Great. Our friends Doc Janning and Magus, who've done so much for the community, need our healing thoughts. So take a moment and please send them healing energy. I've been the beneficiary of much healing energy myself, so I can tell you it means a lot, and they will appreciate it. I have a couple little pieces for you in different kinds of music. The first one, I'm going to share screen, and I hope you find these mildly amusing, perhaps. This first one is is called Garbage Trucks at Dawn. It's a peculiar kind of urban music that many of us hear from time to time. Garbage trucks at dawn. In praise of early garbage trucks, they carry away the odious waste, fare it away. Good luck to some other place. No need to consider the melodious stench as long as it's stashed under somebody else's bench. No need to consider the hungry millions who might dine on the wastage and get their fill from extra food with very little postage. This mountainous gift to proliferant bacteria, unless you're one of the greens in their peculiar hysteria. Let's hope that landfills are reduced by recycling, recapture, and all kinds of reuse. Even energy can be drawn from the massive dumpage. Maybe we'll eventually learn to recycle this over wise, long lost roughage. Next, a different kind of music. You may appreciate this perhaps a little more. This one is called Marching Mariachis. Some of you, I'm sure, have heard this before. The mad mariachi mambo line dancing through the village tillage, so pixelated, syncopated, keeping time. The claves and kalimbas sounded loud and clear, stopping from time to time so the children could hear. The entire village joined in singing like a choir. The retired accordionist in the drugstore lamented he'd sold his squeeze box just last week when he learned he was fired in a late night tweet. The marimba and triangle player knew each other well. They were neighbors once and shared a backyard. They knew each other's secrets and would never tell. Timbales and bongos were the first to pass, and it was remarked with their fevered, fervent pounding they would never last. Two upright basses followed at a little distance. They hated to follow anyone keeping time. They were quite resistant. The percussionists were all independent minded. They kept triple tonguing 16th notes in 6/8 time. The master conductor, initially quite enthusiastic, after 3 times around the village fountain, turned bitter and more than a shade sarcastic. The trombonists, who were in it from the very beginning, marched off in their own direction as they were determined to be winning. The clarinetist and oboist couldn't come. They had no clue. They were feeding peppercorns to polar bears in the midday sun. 10 timpanists followed close on a flatbed truck. If you'd expected them to march with kettle drums, you'd be out of luck. A coven of kazooists were enthusiastic. The crowd at the bowling alley in unison roared as they passed, and in one voice shouted, those guys were pure Harry Potter-esque magic. The town's steel drum band met them in the new skating park, where they often met to jam from pre-dawn to after dark. And that, my friends, is the merry marching mariachis. And then last but not least, another kind of music, if you will. This is it's called La Magica. La Magica de la Musica, transformation of the beats, soaring melodies can compete, taking rhythms with license, the singing, winging, heising heights us. We can rise and soar with Mozart, but you, acquainted with his music, know that. With Jacobim there is a groove that opes your wings, sure if you've seen it when you sing. Syncopated rhythms lift your feet. Dancing, joyous makes your life complete. Bongos, congas, timbales will loosen your groove and fly you away. Guitarras, flautas, and brass trombones lift your heart up to the very throne. With chorus lend your voice and make within your soul a joyful noise. And I'm going to abuse your ears with one last special song. This is my ode to broccoli. I love the tiny trees of old broccoli. I see old Gargantua, perhaps Paul Bunyan, so substantua, devouring a forest hand over hand, barely leaving anything but gritty, dirty sand. A broccoli in soup leaves me droop and baked, I think, a dastardly mistake, breaking those tiny branches into kindling. Makes me hungry, especially when the supply in the fridge is dwindling. I will on occasion, with a little persuasion, sprinkle some across a salad, and in praise sing out some kind of ballad, and make mine steam the very stuff of dreams, and add a drizzle of salty butter or a pond of cheddar's better. Just send that broccoli my way by dusty road or main highway. Pass me another, please, won't you, brother? Thank you, my friends.
Love it.